Day 3, Problem 1. A ramp is built for wheelchair access. Its horizontal length is 28 feet and its height is 2.5 feet. Part A, sketch a diagram. So here is the height, and then this horizontal line might be ground, and then the ramp itself would be the diagonal side of a right triangle. We are told that the horizontal length is 28 feet, so 28 feet across the bottom. The height is 2.5 feet, and so this side here is 2.5. And then the actual surface of the ramp itself is what we do not know how long it is. I notice in Part B we're asked to find that, and it's going to be the variable c in the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. Now Part B, the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The letter A, the shortest leg of the right triangle, is 2.5. The letter B, the other leg of the triangle, is 28. And the letter C goes right there. Okay. Now we need to figure out what 2.5 squared is. So on a piece of scrap paper, 2.5 times 2.5. 5 times 5 is 25, carry the 2. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Start the next row with 0. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1, and 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Adding these together, this is 5, 2, and 6, and there is 2 numbers in total to the right of the decimal point, and so the decimal point goes here in the answer, 6.25. Now we need to figure out 28 squared. And so back to the scrap paper, 28 times 28. 8 times 8 is 64, carry 6. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 6 is 22. Start the next row with 0. 2 times 8 is 16, carry 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Adding together, 4, 8, 7. 784. Now adding together 6.25 plus 784. 784 plus 6 is 790, and then the extra 0.25. This is 790.25. To remove an exponent of 2 requires the use of square root. So square root of 790.25 is equal to the square root of c squared. The square root of c squared is c. And now let's figure out the square root of 790.25. This is not going to be a whole number, so the best we can do is to make a guess out to 1 decimal place. Now, remember that 784, which is very close to 790, we got 784 by finding 28 squared. So the square root of 784 would be 28. The square root of 790 is going to be a little more than 28. So 28 point, and then we take a guess for that tenths position. Because 790 is so close to 784, I'm going to guess only 0.1. And so I think that a good guess for an answer for C is 28.1. In our drawing, that goes right there. That is the ramp's surface, and we think it is 28.1 feet. Now, day 3, problem 2. Graph figure ABCD with vertices A, B, C, and D. So let's start with point A, -5, 1. Here's the origin, left 5, up 1. This dot is A. Now point B, -5, 4. Here's the origin, left 5, and then up to 4. Here is point B. Now point C, -1, 4. Here's the origin, left 1, and up to 4. Here's point C. And point D, -1, 1. Left 1, up 1. Here is point D. And so figure ABCD ends up being a rectangle. And that is part A. Now part B, graph its reflection A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime over the x-axis. And so the x-axis is here. It's this line going across the grid, and this is going to be our reflection line. We're going to take this rectangle and reflect it to the other side of the red line, and it's going to end up in this area of the paper. We can find it accurately by moving all 4 of the dots. So starting with point A, traveling straight to the red line, it is only 1 unit. And so 1 unit to the other side of the red line is right here. This is A prime. Now point B is 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the red line. And so 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the other side of the red line is B prime. Okay. Point C is 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the red line, and 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the other side of the red line is C prime. And finally, point D, 1 unit and 1 more unit. Here is D prime. Connecting these together, this rectangle shape is the reflection image of the original rectangle. That is part B of the question. Now part C, find the coordinates of this new rectangle. So we're going to figure out A prime and B prime and C prime and D prime. So starting with A prime, this dot is from the origin, left 5, down 1. This is -5, -1. B prime, from the origin, left 5, down 4. -5, -4. Now C prime, from the origin, left 1, down 4. -1, -4. And D prime, from the origin, left 1, down 1. -1, -1. These are the coordinates for our reflected image.